How are you doing? Welcome to the weekly woodworking wrap-up review, episode number 43. I'm your host, David Pachuto, and this is a show where we highlight active woodworkers in the community and talk about the latest woodworking news and events. And today, we're going to highlight the most interesting and recent woodworking videos, what's going on in my shop, plus background music and woodworking videos, and much more. So grab a drink and stick around. I just got out of band practice, so I'm already a couple beers in, so you guys have some catching up to do. Today I'm drinking just some regular old Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest. And did you see I opened the beer up with this awesome beer hammer? Luke Brown sent me this. He has a Kickstarter campaign where he's selling these and he's trying to get his business off the ground. And this is absolutely lovely. It's perfect. It's so well done, and Luke says he takes great pride in his craftsmanship, and there's no machine marks on here whatsoever. He's even got my name on here, Pachuto. Very awesome. So there's a Kickstarter campaign for his business and these beer hammers, which great bottle opener. That was my first time using it right there. So there'll be a link down below to check out that Kickstarter campaign. Boom! I got this awesome book in the mail. It is called The Furniture Bible. Check this out. I love books. I just love books. I love the smell of them. I love the feel. I love to look at the pictures. And this book is fantastic. This comes out on Tuesday, which will be the day that I release this show. So this comes out today. It's called The Furniture Bible. Everything you need to know to identify, restore, and care for furniture. But it's got a whole lot more than that. I'm flipping through the pages here, and let's see. We got how furniture is made. We got things about veneer. We got the process of restoring, hand lacquer and shellac overview. I mean, it's a lot more than just furniture restoration. Just really good stuff. Sanding, choosing your color, staining order, glazing. This is a really good book, and I have no affiliation with the publisher of this book or the author, but man, I really like it. I can't wait to dive into this book a little bit more. I put out a video last Friday on these little TV remote boxes. I made one out of mahogany and one out of hickory. And I did a little experiment. So for the mahogany box, I had the grain run all the way around this way, and the grain on the lid going this way. And that's a typical way of running the grain on a box. But for the hickory one, on the sides, I had the grain running up. And I think I actually like that better because you have this continuous grain pattern going from the sides through the top. And there's two things that I wish I would have done. I wish I would have used a continuous board for the sides and the top here, and I think that would have helped the overall look of this box. And also, and I wasn't really even aware of it, but many of you said that you should have used dowel hinges for the lid, because I put on these little cheap hinges for the lid here, and I said in the video that I'm not very good at putting on hinges. If you have any suggestions, please post them in the comments below. And I got a ton of comments, and most everybody said you should have done dowel hinges here. And so now I'm kind of kicking myself for not actually using dowel hinges, because that would have been perfect for this box. This is all using hidden dowel joinery. There's dowels in here that's holding the sides on, and this would have been a perfect project to use those dowels. And that is why I asked you for suggestions on hinges, because you guys seem to know what you're doing. So, yes, I like them. I'm going to be selling these at my next craft handmade show that's coming up sometime in November, later in November. There'll be a link down below. If you are in the Toledo area, you should come check me out and say hello and stuff. It's put on by Handmade Toledo, which I am a part of, and the show is called Maker's Mart, and it's just a bunch of handmade artists and craftspeople selling their goods. And there's only a couple of us woodworkers there, lots of jewelry people, there's some paper people, some notebook people, we got some dressmakers, and this is all like leather people, some people making stuff out of leather. It's really good handmade show. My lovely wife will be selling her baskets there. So if you are in the Toledo area, please check out Maker's Mart in Toledo, Ohio. And that is later this month. There will be a link down below to check that out. So there are my TV remote boxes. That's an experiment. I've never tried to sell these before, so we'll see how that goes. Let's dive into this week's videos. Holy crap, there was a ton of good videos this week. First video, Flower by Dennis Edwards. Wow. Okay. This project is so complicated that you need to use spreadsheets to figure out what's going on. And that's where I say, no thank you. Because I quit my job to get away from spreadsheets. This is so beautiful. And Dennis, all of his projects are just crazy beautiful and just great design. And he's using math and spreadsheets to get these different turnings and stuff. It's really good. You want to check out Dennis's channel. There's a number of great videos and stuff. Just beautiful, excellent stuff. All right. Next video, the Highland Woodworker episode number 15. As you may know, this is my favorite woodworking show on the inner sites. In this episode, they tour Louisville Slugger, and some of you may know that I am a huge baseball fan. I'm kind of a baseball nerd. I love baseball. And so it was kind of cool to see how Louisville Sluggers are made, and they have a little museum there. It's really good stuff. They also interview one of my neighbors a couple towns over, Scott Phillips of the American Woodworker from the show on PBS. It's a great PBS show. I've never met Scott Phillips, even though I think he's from the area. I think like Piqua, Ohio or something like that. So Scott Phillips, if you watch the show, reach out to me and say hello. I'd like to hang out and meet you sometime because I like what you do. And your wife. Your wife is also an excellent maker and woodworker. Check that out. Highland Woodworker episode number 15. All right, next video. The Fire-Stoking Stool by Pleasant Ranch. Wow, this is beautiful. It's a very hefty little stool, and it's a really well-produced video. I just had a fun time watching it, and I believe this is the first time having him on the show, and it's a very low view count, so everybody should go check this out, get that view count up, and tell him that I sent you, because this is a really awesome project. Check out this stool. Just good stuff. You want to check out the Fire-Stoking Stool by Pleasant Ranch. I'm standing this time. Usually I'm sitting behind the bench, but now I feel like I can do stuff. Making Wooden Stars by Paul Sellers. Everybody keeps telling me that I do not mention Paul Sellers enough, and this is for you people. It's a very detailed hour-long video, and it's just a beautiful project. If you don't know, Paul Sellers is all hand tools, and he has a very no-nonsense approach to it. He's not using fancy, expensive stuff. He's just using basic hand tools that everybody has access to. And he has a very good channel, and his builds are very detailed. So you want to check out the Making Wooden Stars by Paul Sellers. Really good stuff. One of my favorite channels, for sure. All right, Woody Ball Wooden Tabletop Game by Steve French. Another awesome build from Steve. This is a two-part video. This is so fun. I got to meet Steve a few weeks back at Woodworking in America, and he's such a smart, cool dude. Like, if you go through and watch his projects, they're all kind of, you can tell how smart this dude is, and I'm so glad I got to meet him. Such a cool dude. So you want to check out the Woody Ball Wooden Tabletop Game by Steve French. Boom. Steve, glad I got to meet you. Alright, so that wraps up the videos that I'm going to show you. This week was crazy. There were way too many good videos in this past week to put in this show. So there's a bunch more in the playlist link down below. And I'm dead serious this time. There are so many good videos this week. Unbelievable. You guys are blowing my mind. Alright, so let's talk about some complaints that I'm getting. Lately, I've been getting a lot of complaints about the background conga music in my project videos. And, well, I like pissing people off. So, because you guys have been complaining, in my next video, I'm going to turn up the background music even more. And for the rest of the show, you're going to be forced to listen to the background conga music that I use in my project videos. Alright, so what have we learned here? When one person complains, everybody gets punished. Sorry, it's my show. Podcast this week, Wood Talk number 203, Shop Talk Live number 71, and the Avid Woodworker number 20. My question of the week for you guys is, what was your favorite woodworking video for 2014? And I ask this because I am putting together my year-end review of the wrap-up show, and it's going to be a special long episode. There's going to be lots of special features and maybe guests, we'll see. And I want to highlight some of the best woodworking videos of the year. And so my question for you is, what are some of your favorite videos of the year? And you can post them in the comments below, either here on YouTube or on my website. I can't wait to put that episode out. I think it's going to be really good. It's going to be long. It might be a half hour, it might be 45 minutes, it might be an hour. But I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I think it's going to be really good. Alright, I'm going to bring back the viewer questions and put them on the show again. But this time, I'm only taking questions via Twitter. Not through email and not through Facebook, but Twitter only, because I love the limited character count that Twitter has, and this is going to force you to keep your questions brief. You don't have to tweet directly at me, but you do have to use the hashtag WWWR, and that stands for the Weekly Woodworking Wrap-Up Review. You can ask me anything. It doesn't even have to be about woodworking. You can ask me why I hate Halloween if you want, because I do hate Halloween. I do have a few t-shirts left. I am running out of certain sizes. You can use the coupon code WWWR for $2 off. I got some Make Something stickers coming soon. I put out new wrap-up videos every Tuesday and a new project video out every Friday. If you like what I do, you can buy me a beer at this link here. This is a money donation. And this week, I would like to thank Gabriel from Brazil, Terry Shepard from Beckley, West Virginia, Luke Brown from Rapid City, South Dakota, Jason, I don't know how to say your last name, from Australia, Dave Hansen from San Antonio, Texas, Ben Fairfield from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Mike Schlatter from Victoria, Canada. Mike, thank you so much for that huge donation. Love you, buddy. Joe Thompson from Smithfield, Virginia, and Gerald Youngling from Alton, Illinois. I'll see you next week. Stay passionate and make something.